And I think probably on the other side of the forestry, I want to put another well. And I want to put another 3 houses. We're going to have to figure out how to do some sort of farming. And I think farming is going to be better in this area over here. Give me a second. Today we're going to play a little bit of Ostriv. So Ostriv is a city building game that puts you in role of a governor of an 18th century town to challenge your creative skills and management abilities. We're going to dive into the story of the fate of your country or build your cities for fun in sandbox mode. There's really, this game's in alpha. This is alpha 1, as you can see on the bottom down here, patch 3. And, but it's pretty neat. Hey, Austin, what's going on? Thanks for joining, buddy. It's pretty neat. You know, builder games, any kind of new builder game is cool. So we're going to stop really fast. They drop you in really fast. Unfortunately, they have a feature that I hate, which is the center mouse button is the zoom and rotate, which I can't stand. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to need to build a forestry. But let's look at this map really fast. So a pretty interesting area. I mean, I really like this surrounded by forestry here because you're going to need trees to be able. Can I stream early tomorrow? What's early to you? Where are you located? That we're going to be able to use the trees to build everything that we need to build. So, I mean, one of the first major items that you need to put down is you need to put down the forestry. So let's go ahead and put down the forestry. And I'm not entirely sure where I want to put it. You know, I think if I go this way, because my city has to build out, right? I'm not going to be building down here. I could build out across here, but that's kind of crazy. The red line is as far as I can go. You're in Indiana. I'm in Illinois, so we're in the same time zone. So what's early for you? Let's see. How about we put the forestry... I put the forestry right here. So forestry has to go down first. So pretty decent buildings that they have. I mean, they don't have a lot of houses yet, but they do have a pretty decent production line. So let's get the forestry in place. Let's rotate this building. I think they're going to work like this, right? They're going to kind of work in... Oh, before 5 p.m.? No, unfortunately, I can't do that. Sometimes I can do that, but that's kind of rare. Let's put this forestry building right here. Now, all of my people, the way that they move items around is kind of interesting. So they take these little carts and they go and they pick up their stuff and then they go deliver it off. So that's kind of one of the transportation methods. Otherwise, they sit around this campfire. And our first goal is to build houses for everybody. 7 p.m. I might be able to do 7 p.m. But I don't know. That would be kind of on a rare occasion. I'd have to change my whole schedule. So I'll think about it. Maybe I can do maybe one night a week or something to change that. So we need to get houses for everybody. So that's the big goal. Big goal is to make sure all of these tents are gone and we have houses down. So I think what I want to do, another important thing is to make sure that there's water. So if you notice, if you hover over the people, it tells you about your town. It tells you about how much water you have, if you have a market, if you have housing available for people to move into. This is migration. This is people coming in. So they say that in the game that trying to home grow your own people is really hard. They say migration is the best way. So think if you're a banished player, think nomads, right? Same concept. We have a bunch of resources. We have thatch, iron, nail, wood, water. Food is going to come in there. I think everybody is kind of currently like hoarding the food, flour, potato, and all that stuff. Right now, you don't have to worry about disasters or invaders. I'm looking at the roadmap and they are talking about weather effects and stuff. Excuse me. They are... Let's see, the roadmap, first thing on the roadmap is, well, I don't know. They just have a bullet point. They don't really say if what's going to be next. But they have crime, justice, security, campaign mode, sheep's chicken orchard, more bridge types, more graveyards, more production chains, weather effects. I think weather effects are going to be Probably like disasters and stuff. They don't specifically say disasters, but I think that's probably part of the whole deal. Right now, no disasters. So let's go ahead and get our houses in. The other thing we have to worry about is water too. So what I think I want to do is I want to put down a well. Let's intelligently build here. I did play for a little bit today, just to kind of get used to how everything works. And I like this, the way that the buildings go down. So if you put down the next housing unit, you can kind of adjust the size of how you want it to be, which I thought was pretty cool. So I'm going to put down 3 houses over here. And I think probably on the other side of the forestry, I want to put another well. And I want to put another 3 houses. We're going to have to figure out how to do some sort of farming. And I think farming is going to be better in this area over here. So let's go ahead. Let's put another one right here. Let's put another well right here. So we've got 3. We have a total of what? 8 tents? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 tents. So we need 8 houses. So they give you, they say in the tutorial, if you go through the tutorial, they say that they give you the first winter to build all the houses, because if the people don't have houses by wintertime, they leave. So I think this is what I'm gonna do for housing, okay? So now the question is, are they gonna be able to build all this with all the resources that they have? And I don't think that they are. I think we're gonna run out of thatch, and I know we're gonna run out of clay. So one of the production lines we need is we need to have a clay pit. And I think the clay pit can actually be anywhere, but let's put the clay pit. Maybe we'll put the clay pit over here. Just off to the side over here. All right, clay pit's down. And the other thing we're gonna need is a thatcher. And the thatcher kind of has to be close to the reeds over here. So let's put the thatcher right down here, because this looks like a decent place for a thatcher. Let's rotate him around. Kind of give him a little bit angle on the reeds here. Okay. We'll probably have housing go this way too. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to speed it up, because otherwise it's going to take forever. So kind of think of Banished, and you know, he's trying to do like a whole new concept for let's get this Thatcher in. A whole new concept for builder games. You know, he's trying to take it to the next level for builder games. And what I've played of this so far is pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm really enjoying it. I haven't played much of it, but what I've seen so far is pretty nice. Now, unfortunately, I didn't do this correctly the first time. So the first time I played, I actually wound up starving everybody off, which is kind of standard, right? The first time you play these games, kind of standard, starving everybody off. So I think what I want to do is I want to get down a farm somewhere over here. And after the farm is built, I'm going to start building fields, I believe, in this area. It's probably a good area to build fields. Can I do fan mail? I'm sorry, what's fan mail? I guess I'm too old. I don't know. Is that like a website or something? It seems a bit odd that the map doesn't have resource areas for things like clay. Yep. It's just a building. You just dig the clay. I think he's going to go off and get some clay. What's cool about this is as they start walking around, they actually start creating pathways in the ground, which I thought was pretty neat. So this, what are we waiting for? I think we're still waiting for wood on this. We have a little bit of work to do, but we're still waiting for what? Do I read fans' mail? I read the comments and stuff. I'm trying to stay on top of all the social media, but I read like messages on Facebook or Twitter or anything along those lines. I hope I answered your question. So they're getting down. They're building up the building. I thought the building was pretty cool. Let's slow down a little bit. Because the building, unlike Banished, right? They actually have to build everything piece by piece, which I thought was pretty neat. So if you look at this, there's different stages of the building that they go through. And it looks pretty cool that they start working this thing. They start getting up the beams for it. Then they start putting up the roof for it. Then they got to get the thatch out. So the whole building process, it seems like everything is really, really, compared to like Banished or compared to Forest Village, it's a lot slower. And I thought Forest Village was slow. This is like, take your time, sit down, and then just enjoy the sense of building, being at one with your community here. I haven't gotten very far though, to be honest with you. Okay, forestry's done. Let's get some workers in there. We'll assign a couple workers because we're going to run out of logs. And I think we kind of already ran out of logs. So let's assign these guys. Now, here's a question. I don't know. I don't know if I have to actually assign them to cut down something, or do they just go down and start cutting automatically? So while I've hired a couple workers, we need a couple workers to actually come over. They need to decide to work. And right now everybody's kind of sitting by the campfire just relaxing. They're like, yo, I'm not going to go work here. I think I got one worker in. All right, I got the second worker in. And we'll see how they do. I think that they automatically start cutting, but let's watch them and see what they do. Okay, yeah, they're taking down that tree. And each tree has a couple different logs, so, which is pretty cool. Jimmy, what's going on, buddy? I've been interested in this game. How you doing? I'm doing good. Yeah, this game I've been watching for a little bit too. I mean, he's still in alpha in the game, but so far it looks pretty good. That's gorgeous. You can't zoom all the way down like Forest Village, which is unfortunate since his textures are really great and his models are really great. But I don't know. I think it's pretty good. Sit around and eat s'mores or work. Yeah, what tough choice, right? S'mores. Go for the s'mores. Okay, so these guys, they're still producing wood. Okay, all my resources are gone. So I can force them to cut down. In this one, they have to actually cut down. Yeah, they have to remove 4 trees before this gets built. So my wood guys should be chopping away somewhere. This one is stalled because they're not cutting. I think they're going back. Yes, they're going back. What I noticed is if there's trees in an area that you're trying to build in, that'll be the priority. There doesn't seem to be any priority controls right now. So these guys are delivering thatch, they're delivering nails, they're delivering clay, they're getting it all ready. The only thing they're waiting on is wood. This one actually has 42 wood stored. And then how much wood do we can't build up an excess right now because we've got too much demand, too much building going on. But they're starting to run paths through. And I think what happens is as they start working these paths, they actually go faster. After they start beating down whatever path that they have going on, you can actually see their path. So this guy's path, oh, maybe because he's not going anywhere right now, but here's his path, which is a cool way to do a path. I like it. It's kind of neat. There's a single developer, and you know, the game for what it is right now, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. I don't know how fast he puts out updates, but there's like a slew of city builder games related coming out. There is, you know, Ancient Cities, but that's going to be a couple of years before that comes out. They just got funded. There's this game. There's another game. Hey, what's going on, Justin? Yeah, it makes a path automatically based on foot traffic, which is a better way to do it. I haven't seen roads yet. I don't see in his list that he's actually going to do roads, but I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? You know, like I said, this is all. It's just started, so it's in the beginning. It does take a time. I noticed that it takes a lot longer to get up and running than get your city up and running than any other game that I played so far. So we have our storage right now. We have what's our total thatch? We have 3 thatch left, so we can only do the first 3 buildings, and then we have to work on this. We can actually pause these. Let's pause this for now. Let's pause all of these. Let's pause that farm too. Let's see. Can't find wood anywhere. We'll pause this for now. This one's stalled because they're removing trees. They got to remove trees here. And this one, they can't find wood anywhere. This one will pick up in a minute as soon as they finish removing those 2 trees. And that's fine because that gives us lumber. We need the lumber. And even though I paused this, they're delivering to it, which is kind of weird. We really should be focused on building this because we're going to need a thatcher. Absolutely going to need a thatcher. Though we're waiting on wood, so we can actually add a couple more guys to start chopping down stuff. That'll help our production of wood. So on the first playthrough that I went through, I made it through winter, but then unfortunately I didn't think ahead, and I wound up not having enough food, and people were starting to starve. So I didn't understand how to do food. Wearing a beanie, I'm wearing a hoodie. I'm wearing a hoodie. It's kind of cold in this room today. I got a hoodie on. I think we can get, what are we waiting for here? They're getting close. Okay, so they're actually starting to build this, right? Yep. They're going to knock this one out really fast. And we've got 4 guys working here now. Yep. Okay, so we're starting to collect an excess. We have 30 wood, 14 firewood, and these guys are gathering wood like crazy, so it's perfect. I mean, look at these guys build this building. Let's slow it down a little bit. It's cool. They have to put out, like, you know, each pillar in place. The pause button works. Without priorities and the pause button not working, you almost need to wait to place buildings. No pre-planning. No, the pause button works. Absolutely works. I just decided to go without the pause. I wanted to get that taken care of. The white blocks, I think the white blocks is supposed to be like a furnace or something. I'm not too sure what it's supposed to be. Maybe he's got a graphic missing. All right, we got another water well in there. Let's speed it back up again. We need to get these houses taken care of. And I think we have all the goods, right? Yeah, we're just waiting for laborers. All right, 1 house done. So one of these families, who is going to move? It says who's going to move. This family is going to pick up all their stuff and move into this house. So let's see what happens. And then they actually take their tent. That's it. They pack their tent up, they move it over to this house, which is perfect because it frees up that space. All right, we have the lumberjacks going. We have 67 wood, which is perfect. Let's get the rest of it. He's still waiting on wood. The sounds are really generic right now. We just have a guy going. Game hunter. Is he usually this late? Who? Me? 7:30. I usually start streaming at 7:30 Central Time. We do have a limit. Oh, wow. We have a limit of 200, so I want to make sure once we get to our limit, we can slow these guys down. All right, Thatcher, is he going? We're going to run out of thatch before we have our houses built. We only have 3 thatch left, which means I can only get this house up. Or maybe 4 houses. I can get 1 more house up. I'll wait for this house to be complete, though. These guys have almost reached their limit on wood, and then they start working on firewood, I think. All right, what just got built? Something just got built. Ah, the Thatcher got built. Let's get a couple workers in the Thatcher. Let's get rid of 1 worker here. Actually, the way wood is, I'm going to get rid of 2 workers. I don't know if that's historically accurate. It kind of dips the well water in there. The bucket down into the well and pulls it back up. All right, Thatcher's making thatch. We need the thatch. Let's start working on a farm. I don't want to farm or... See, this is tough. Let's continue with another house. I think we need to get the farm going. It's like 3 stories tall. It's pretty tall. Let's see. This is going to be my farmland over here. I also need some stuff for cows. All right, got 3 houses built. What is it going to take to build the farm? Let me pause for a second. The farm is 82 wood, 164 nails, 11 clay, and 6 thatch. I almost have the 6 thatch. The six thatch. Say that a couple times. Let me unpause this. The work on that 1 house and then the unpause it. So I've gotten rid of 3. I still need 5 more houses. I've got 3 houses here that could start being built. Where do I want to put these other houses? Because I need the other production buildings. I kind of was thinking to put the production buildings in here, but maybe I should start putting some houses along this side. Let's get a couple more houses in. Let's rotate this around. How about we plop the houses? He can go through this. We'll leave a walkway there. Should we leave a walkway? No, we'll have him go around. We'll put another house here. Let's pause this house. Let's start building houses along this side too. So we'll leave a space, something like this. We'll drop a house in there. We'll drop another house. Kind of right in here. We'll drop another house. I think right in here. And that looks pretty good. Let's pause this. This and this. Okay. This farmhouse. What do we need for this farmhouse? Just somebody to work on it. That's what we need. How much thatch do we have? We put down 2 guys. We have 7, but they're going to continue to keep using it. Nails? How many nails do we have? We have 800 nails. We're going to have to get a blacksmith, but I don't think, like, right now we need a blacksmith. We really are going to need to focus on getting farmland up and running. That is going to be the most important thing. We can get a field here and another field here. And we also need to start thinking about getting down hay production so that we can start getting a farm animal in. All right, this house is getting close to being done. We're waiting on clay. Waiting on somebody to drag it over. Too many people are sitting around the fire. I mean, these guys should be working. No education as of yet. Did we max out? We maxed out on, almost maxed out on wood. So we got a couple guys off getting clay. They're having to go through the woods, which is not the most productive. Free range beef, no hay required. Nope, need it. I need it. And you know what? I should start putting this down right away. Because this is kind of interesting. If you, let's put it over here somewhere. Let's put a couple of these down. They don't require anything to build them, which I thought was pretty neat. But what people will do is they'll go and they'll start cutting grass. And this is the right time for them to do this. And they'll start gathering hay. What we can do is we need a storage. We need a hay storage facility. We'll put this right here. So they start gathering, they start cutting the grass around there. They let this dry. And then I think, I haven't seen this yet, but I think they take it and put it in the storage. Not too sure what we're waiting on here. We're waiting on thatch. Are you kidding me? How much thatch do I have? It says I have 15 thatch. He has 15 thatch stored. Somebody needs to go over there and start picking it up. People are busy using the wagons though right now. Oh, thatch finally got delivered here. Okay, so this building's going up. Perfect. Okay, we got another family will move in. We can, there's a well right here, right? I kind of put a well, 2 wells too close together. Well. Let's get this farm done. I need to get the farm up and running. I don't want to run the risk of running out of food. I don't think I'm going to run out of nails anytime soon. I've got 800 and something nails. I should be okay. And it's June. So as soon as the farm gets up, we'll release these other. What does he need? Clay. Let somebody go over there. Grab a wagon, dude. Go. Go get some clay. Probably should have left a little bit bigger of a gap there. That's okay. They'll make their way. Got a bunch of people going to get clay. So we just have clay and then thatch. We should be okay. We do have plenty of wood, right? Yeah, we have 188 wood. These guys are bringing in... These guys are cutting down these trees over here because I wound up putting down the houses in this area. So, which is nice. Because we get some clearing out of this area. By the time that they're ready to make these houses, those will be all cleared out. And I should probably build more wagons. But the problem with building more wagons is you've got to have... what do you call that building? Thank you for joining me on this adventure. If you guys like the series, please put a like. If you have any comments, leave the comments in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate your support. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.